What I've realized is that the more you try to chase something and the more you try to force something to happen, the further away it becomes. What is going on, everybody? So I recently had someone write in a question to me and they wanted me to respond and make a video about it. So that's what I'm gonna do in this video. Before I do that though, I put a link down in the comment section below and I'll also put it in the description. It's a form that if you guys have any questions or video topic suggestions that you want me to make a video about, let me know in that form and I'll do my best at making a video on it. But let me read what was written into me. So it goes, was wondering if you could share a video on your thoughts on how to handle being ghosted during the dating process, particularly in situations where it's someone you've been dating for a couple months and then out of nowhere, they disappear without any closure. It can be very frustrating. So I can agree and I can relate. I've been ghosted before. I think probably anybody who's been in the dating world in somewhat recent capacity knows what it feels like to be ghosted. It sucks, but I think it's also just kind of the nature of the world we're living in nowadays. You know, we're so connected with so many different people. We have so many conversations constantly happening, whether it's through dating apps or through texting. It's very easy just to neglect one or forget about one. And the next thing you know, you're ghosting someone. You know, it's easier to ghost someone than it is to tell them I'm not interested or to tell them no. But when it's over a more long-term scenario like this, I think it's a little bit different. And my initial thought when I hear this is that you just weren't their number one option. And what I mean by that is, you know, in the modern dating world, what I see a lot of people doing is they'll be dating or seeing multiple different people at a time. So maybe they're going out on dates with 3 or 4 different people or texting and talking to 3 or 4 different people, kind of like weighing their options almost. And then whenever they decide to commit or maybe get a little bit more serious with one of the candidates, one of the people, they just push the other 3 or 4 or however many aside without really giving them closure and giving them a reason. And they do this because it doesn't eliminate the possibility of having them as an option in the future, right? You know, if you tell someone, hey, I'm seeing someone else now, I'm not really interested in you anymore, but maybe in a month or two, you know, it'll be different. If you tell someone that, well, obviously no one's gonna buy that and no one's gonna stick around. So it's just easier to ghost people or just to not give them closure. And that's probably what happened in this scenario. And I guess the way to fix this is kind of an obvious answer, is just to become more valuable, become more attractive, become more desirable to them. And I guess how you do that is, you know, improve your life, you know, make more money, get a better job, go to the gym, start working out more, have fun friends that you're doing social activities with, whatever it may be, but, you know, improve your life and make yourself as desirable as possible. And I also think another important factor in that is that you have to respect yourself. You know, you have to have boundaries. So if this person comes back and tries to get back in your life, are you just gonna let them come back and let them essentially walk all over you? Or are you gonna have a backbone and like respect yourself first? You know, I think that is huge in someone else respecting you, is you have to respect yourself first. And I also think you just have to get to a point in dating where you just kind of stop caring about these little smaller rejections. Now, I get that you've been seeing this person for a little while now, and it's easier said than done. It's hard to do that. And obviously when you're dating someone and trying to like build a relationship, you don't want to be this sociopath that has like no emotional connection with them. So I think the fix for that is that, you know, you can enjoy the relationship and you can care about it, but you should have something else that you care about more. You should have something else that is top priority over dating, right? So instead of, you know, making dating as your like life goal and you want to find someone to build a relationship with, maybe put a lot of that extra energy and effort into something else, into your career or your job, or physical fitness or a side business or YouTube or whatever it may be. Because what I've realized is that the more you try to chase something and the more you try to force something to happen, the further away it becomes. It's super weird. It's like this kind of law of attraction type idea. But when we chase things, they have a tendency to move further away from us. And I think that's what happens to a lot of people in the dating market, in the dating world, is they want so badly to date someone and to be in a relationship that they essentially like sabotage themselves. Where if they had something else that, was their main focus and dating was like a cherry on top, I think they'd have a lot more success. And then next thing you know, maybe a relationship just falls in your lap without you even really putting a whole lot of effort into it. Another thing to consider with this scenario that you're in, where someone ghosts you after talking to them for a month or 2 months, is that maybe they're just not ready. Maybe they're afraid of commitment. If you've been seeing someone for a month or 2 months, you're getting to that point where you kind of have to, I guess, make a decision on whether or not this is someone that you can see yourself being with long term. Like whether or not this is someone you're actually going to jump into a relationship with and date seriously. You're going to commit to each other. And some people just aren't ready for that. Some people, they aren't. And I've been there and I've done that. If it's not right, it's not right. Timing is everything, and it's frustrating because you can't force the timing to be right for someone else. So with that being said, I would encourage you not to just wait around and wait for them to make up their mind and come running back to you. I would encourage you to move on with your life. Don't be that person that waits around for them to make up a decision, to make up their mind. Because if they really wanted to, if they were really interested in you, they would make it a priority. They would make it work. Whenever someone wants to do something or really wants to be with someone, they make it work. And my golden rule with all of this is to pay attention to actions. Actions always speak louder than words. Say this person comes back to you in 2 weeks or a month or whatever it may be and tries to come back in your life. And they'll have all the excuses and reasons as to why they did what they did. But at the end of the day, they still did what they did. Their words will confuse you, but if you look at their actions will tell you their true intentions. So that is my 2 cents on the question. I hope this helped you. Like I said earlier, guys, if anybody else has any questions or video topic suggestions, dating or non-dating related, that you want me to make a video about, let me know in that Google form below, and I will do my best at making a video about as many of them as I can. As always, guys, I appreciate you, and until next time, peace.